when dudes usually think about what parks need, it's usually their next big roller coaster in this topic. But since it's Lego month, and I wanted to add something else into the mix, I was thinking this would be a nice series to bring back to fill sort of like a topic month on the different chains over the next little while. There's some parks that have like staples, like Legoland to the driving school, but some of these parks are starting to stand out. So what do some have that feel like they should be staples of their parks? You know, like general gaps that feel like they would just work at those parks. So today, to close out Lego month, I'm talking about what every Legoland park needs. This is Historyleisure, partly content on themes for transportation, also part of what was formerly known as SFA Online. It's now called Beyond the Queues. A lot of my park vlogs and stuff like that are going to be moving over there in the longer term. I'll have fun talking about more of that in a little while, but I still have that second channel, which is still called Historyleisure Extras, where you can find copyright-free footage and bonus material that might be looped into as well. I'm ignoring the China parks on this one since we really don't know what they're doing based on their layouts, and maps doesn't really help like orienting with them, but yeah, also explaining the water park at Garland, since I consider that part of Garland's resort statistics. It's just easier to do it that way. So yeah, starting where it all began in Billund, Denmark. One of my main gripes since Portland opened is that our fire kind of sticks out in Adventureland being city themed. Legoland Deutschland apparently didn't have this right until a few years ago, and it looks like they did a good job of fitting into their Pharaoh themed area. With a potential high throw like Apocalypseburg, Skybound, and Ice Pilot School Kuka arm attractions, the latter is a 1.2, but the former is 1.3. However, there is a family throw right out there that would fit well in their western area, as Imperial Disco. The only spot I can think of is behind their haunted house attraction. The park is very landlocked, but they were able to add Ninjago and Lego Movie a few years back. You want to know a park that already has a disco? Legoland Windsor in the UK. And recently they've gotten 2 new family coasters in the last 5 years after losing their giant mouse Legoland Florida due to noise complaints 15 years ago. In addition to retiring their Adventureland with Lego Mythica taking Squid Surfers and the OG subs being annexed by Lego City. They also moved the Space Tower at one point, leaving it spot blank. I don't see anything really for a while that would fit much in our demographic. Poland's park rides are rights to Pet Pig in the UK, and they already added the Fire and Ice Towers in Mythica. The park has closed the Rapids, which people dislike for its precarious location and unthemed trough. However, if Billund got Technical Park Aerobat, I'd take a risk and put this in a Ninjago expansion between Ninjago the Ride and Hill Train. I could see either a newer, more compact water ride or a car ride in the upper half, since the Legoland staple is missing since it was removed for their Castle Hotel in 2015. This site's called Cheadle anyway, so why not connect to the park's history? The last park that spawned the game is Legoland California, which opened in 1999. I have an easy one, retheme the Chima Water Park. No one liked this IP. You've already rethemed 2 areas near the park entrance, one now based on Lego Movie and the other doubled down on dinosaurs. Also, there's something called Lego City Deep Sea Adventure, where it's squeezing between pirates and knights. Just starting to find time in the Lego City and take back Skipper School while doing it. These are 2 other Kuka armor attractions for a picnic area where you can't actually picnic. How about a Dupo Dino Coaster clone to call it a day? Back to mainland Europe for Legoland Deutschland, which just got second game with dedicated Pippa Pig Park. Before us, had relocated Flying Ninja to Dubai and replaced their Kuka armor as a flying theater. However, with a B&M wing in the park, the thrill-seeking aspect seems to be what's making this park stand out. That is the park's first new coaster, Dragon's Hunt, which opened 1 year after the park in 2003. Say, complete the original Beyond the Boundary Trio with a spooky themed area anchored by Haunted House Monster Party, or relocated and rethemed Flying Ninjago and Imperial Disco, opening up Little Asia and the boat player for future expansion. This also includes a new Holiday Village entrance over the long wood path connection that exists right now. Back stateside of Legoland, Florida. Just like its sister on the other coast, let's go to the water park for an easy pick. Take the Surfers Cove expansion from California and plunk it right next to the wave pool, possibly with an adventure trail on the lake. However, kids and Americans overall are pretty stupid, so we can't have nice things. There's like gators and brain-eating amoebas. This crayoning shows expansion eating to the staff lot, which might cost Flight School site. Island Sky still has sitting abandoned to this day at the park entrance. merge beginning in Funtown to Bricktopia, add the Lego Factory Adventure, and get the tour building for a new restaurant. H1 takes us to Legoland Malaysia, fairly close to Singapore. They too have a water park, but it looks more like a traditional water park the Lego IP slapped on. It's about a water coaster on the expansion plot. As for a dry park, it's basically landlocked since it's a flattened section of hill. There does seem to be a slot between Kingdoms and Imagination where you can see a smaller version of Wonders of Mythica going in, which has the Fire and Ice Towers and Flying Theater. But the Flying Theater and a water coaster are both good ideas for this humid climate of Southeast Asia, so it's just will to get them built. I've probably seen little changes to Legoland Dubai, which has received nothing from its cancellation of Six Flags Dubai and 2 expansion plots of their water park, which one is Lego City and Beyond Dragon Coaster, taken by Austin's size update. I don't know, that could just be random dot scatter on the map. Building in Dubai is even more difficult than Malaysia, so I delved down on a water park, as I've heard nothing about it. Again, water coaster, but again, another indoor ride like a Flying Theater could be good, but I think there might be one in one of the other parks. Legoland Japan is located in the docklands of Nagoya, between Osaka and Kyoto. They have since received a Legoland Ninjago expansion, over with Flying Ninjago over the Dark Ride. The idea was to demolish an adjacent station for more expansion. There's an area at the heart of the park called Big Land that is under construction on satellite, but I can't find any information on that anymore. I would still like another Dark Ride here, and High House Monster probably would work. However, it shows up on the side of Ninjago, a polar different than building a mock giant mouse in this old concept art. And I don't think we're getting any more of those mock giant mice at the Legoland parks. The latest Legoland in the States is Legoland New York. This park was originally supposed to be the first park to have both Ninjago and Friends, but allowed us to go with only a stun show and a maze built on the site. However, it didn't open with Submarine Voyage or Lost in Adventure. Due to the rain, they've added a sky ride to bring guests between Brick Street and Pirates. They also just added a new swing ship called Ocean Explorer. If they could build something like that, I'd take that. Then make New York the only US Legoland with Mythica with the Flying Theater and Fire and Ice Towers near the Lego Friends site, and if they put a new maze somewhere else, that would be a win. Before the 4 Tron parks open next year, we still have Legoland Korea. Announced around the same time as Florida and Malaysia, the park was heavily delayed due to an archaeological dig having to take place, finally opening in 2022. This fact remains controversial to this day, possibly hurting its attendance numbers. The expansion plot transitions from Pirates to Lego City and off Bricktopia for Castle. They already have a new Ninjago-themed roller coaster opening next year. Being a ZR Family Boomerang did a Windsor getting one this year. This would be similar to how Dragon Sun had Deutschland Coaster in California, where clones had opened back-to-back years 20 years ago. Dragon Boat looks like Mach, but that probably could be nothing. But a spinning coaster fits Ninjago well. Korea's Dragon Coaster is the one they got at the moment, when it was originally supposed to get a Mach Large Mouse as well. When it comes to family-friendly theme parks, it's not about filling coaster gaps, but seeing what staples are missing, what vibes they give off in the present moment in terms of areas of neglect or shocking omissions. But I think this is fairly realistic. And since I've already done what the Legoland chain needs, next month, let's just finish it off with the rest of the Merlin parks. Going back to original or intended, where needs first, park and transit next. Until then, comment, subscribe, and strike the bell.